So getting off that, like we were talking about that Joey Badass. You were fucking, this guy Devine was fucking blazing up my phone all week about the Joey Badass. I'm really feeling the new Kendrick, but I took in the, what's that Joey Badass called again? The new one?
But the album?
Yeah, the album.
All-American.
All-American
But
Badass
with
or something?
yeah, but in the American, he puts KKK. Just like Ice Cube did in one of his Americans Most Wanted.
So what was it about that album that you really liked?
You know what? I'll tell you exactly what I took from it. A lot of sincerity and truth. I've been following Joey Badass's career even before he started working like with a major or whatever it was.
Is he with, you know, you're going to have to school me on Badass a bit because I'm not that up on Joey.
Joey Badass, I can't exactly remember what label he is affiliated with or has distribution through. Static Selecta is one of his in-house producers that he mainly works with, which is fucking mind-blowing. But Pro Era Crew is who he is a part of. So he has a camp of people that he works with.
A lot of people, yeah.
You know, rest in peace to Steez. Capital Steez was one of the MCs that passed away and committed suicide.
Well, let me ask you, Devine, do you remember that whole shit where fucking, you know, Capital Steez, he killed himself. Let's not forget what that was. He actually killed himself.
Rest in peace to Cap Steez.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace to Capital Steez. But what happened was, you know, there was a diss record.
Yeah.
Okay, by Joey Badass. I don't really call it a diss record. He took a jab at Troy.
He took a little jab,
and then Troy Ave came back with an entire diss record called Badass, and he spoke on Capital Steez. So, long story short, we had Troy Ave. He was on the radio, and he actually spoke on that situation. So I'm just gonna let you guys hear that clip. All right, it's pretty fucked up.
It is fucked up,
and
man.
we're gonna get into that right now.
Run it.
You commit suicide, you a buster. There's no way to celebrate that. We're not gonna make you into a martyr or nothing. Jumped off a roof like a bozo and a dickhead. And
okay, yo, hold on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Troy. Let's roll up a little bit.
Troy,
Roll up.
I'm telling you what it is.
Okay.
I can't relate.
You got a lot of response on. You got a lot of response on Twitter. And rest in peace to Capital Steez.
Absolutely. I don't think saying rest in peace is a form of celebration either.
Let's respond.
Listen, I come from it. It got to be black and white. That's what's wrong with the world. Everybody got to be politically correct and all type of shit. It got to be black and white. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
I don't know. What are your thoughts on that, Matt? I don't condone suicide at all. No. And again, I want to start off, rest in peace to Steez.
Yeah,
but
rest in peace, man.
I don't know. Was there more to that? Like, did Steez have like mental issues? Is that why did he kill himself? Because obviously that was just a clip of, you know, Troy Ave speaking on his diss record. But Troy Ave made a point of saying like, motherfucker, I have people in jail doing life. They would have traded places with you in a second, and you took your life. So why the fuck should I show you any remorse? So was there any more insight to why Capital Steez did that?
You know, I didn't really look into the whole suicide issue. I know Capital Steez had some issues. Joey Badass hasn't really talked about it. He does touch on it in interviews.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just want to say that, fuck, man, even if Troy Ave didn't even know Capital Steez or even has heard of him, that was the wrong fucking
But it's
thing
a
to
battle,
say,
though.
man.
It's a battle.
Okay, but I understand. But imagine if that was Joey Badass's mom or something, man. You don't talk about people committing suicide. That's a very sensitive topic. So for somebody to actually make it sound like it's a joke almost, like they're making it into a parody. The way that Troy Ave is speaking is almost like he's making it into a parody of what it really was. Like, that's reality, man.
But I don't think anybody knows what it was.
But really and truly, whose business is it of theirs to be
know?
critical of somebody's suicide attempt if he did kill himself or not? You shouldn't.
Do you condone suicide in any way?
I don't condone it. But
So let me ask.
I would never make a mockery out of somebody committing suicide. And I'll tell you why. Because I did have a girl that I know personally that I've known for years. Like a few years ago, she committed suicide and left her son behind.
Okay, but why?
So she had personal demons that she was living with.
So was it mental problems?
It was a combination of a lot, but I would never make a mockery out of it and make her seem to the public eye that you know, oh, she injected herself with this and this and this and this. Like, it's not my business to speak about.
I get that. But what I'm trying to say, though, is, listen, if there's like mental issues where you can't control yourself, maybe you're off your meds or, and even that's an argument to be made. Then it's like, why weren't you taking your meds? But the point is, if there was mental issues, then okay, that's super gray. But I don't believe in suicide at all. And, and just playing devil's advocate to Troy Ave's point, Troy was saying, look, I have people in jail doing life. So when you compare somebody in jail doing life to Capital Steez's life that he was living, let's just say there wasn't any mental illness with as to why he did it. Then it's like, that's why I say there's got to be some levels. Troy was saying it was black and white. I disagree with that. If there was mental shit, I don't think you could speak on that. Exactly. But I mean, like, if it's like, oh, you know, your life is so amazing now and you just can't deal, I don't know, but your life is so amazing now and you can't deal with the pressures of being a celebrity, let me kill myself. I could understand why a nigga in jail would be like, are you fucking kidding me?
But was Capital Steez's life so fucking impeccable?
I don't know.
They were still pro era at that time. They weren't even signed. They were just doing independent shit at that time. So we don't know Capital Steez personally. If it was somebody that we knew, like if it was Docs or if it was Ish or if it was my fucking uncle from up the street, that's completely different because we have family ties with those people.
What I think is the anomaly for me, because allow me to say that if it's a battle and it's on wax, of course there's lines that could be crossed.
That's a huge line though, man. But it's not like I fucked your girl. This is, oh, your boy committed suicide and he's a punk, and that's bullshit. You don't talk on somebody's best friend dying and committing suicide. That's a sensitive topic.
Yes. Okay, look, I agree with that. There's lines that can be crossed. However, if it's a battle, I think all lines are available to be crossed. What I'm saying is, if you cross that line, then you got to be prepared for repercussions. That's why his whole thing was like, yo, Troy Ave, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but Troy Ave's whole thing was like, look, man, if you push someone, you don't know how they're going to react, so don't fucking push them. Because you push a stranger or someone you don't know shit about, they may pull a gun out and blow your fucking head off.
That's true.
And whose fault is that?
That's true. Yeah.
Whose fault is that?
It's nobody's fault but your own.
You shouldn't have pushed the motherfucker.
Playing with fire. And
this is what I'm saying.
In my opinion, Troy Ave fucked up and played with fire. Like, you could hear the response that he got from what he said. And even if I was in this situation and Troy Ave was sitting right in front of me, I might have reached across the table and knocked the motherfucker out.
Yeah, a lot of
people just found it very disrespectful and uncalled for.
Yeah,
you can speak on somebody's clothes. You can speak on the fucking haircut that they have. You can say your bitch is ugly. You can say that I don't like her fucking nose ring. But don't talk about somebody's best friend committing suicide. That's crossing the line. That's all I really got to say.
Okay,
about
so
that.
for you, it's too much.
Troy Ave fucked up. Yeah, if
for you, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. If he said that about my best friend, if that happened, man, that's fighting words, man. That's fighting words.
Well, that's what how Troy was looking at it. Troy was like, all right, do something then. Run up. Run up.
Come on, man. But that's beyond fucking battle raps, man. That's
think about
that's my heart,
dude.
That's my
I know, but
friend,
think
man.
about all the fucked up lines in battle rap. I mean, like, you guys, if we were more prepared, we'd probably have some for you, but I'm sure you guys can think of some. Think about all the fucked up shit that was said in very public battle raps. And I mean, people were like, oh, but now it's suicide. Everyone, again, I'm not saying it's not a fucking sensitive issue, but I just think that with the times, people are just a lot more sensitive. I think maybe if a line like that came out back in the 90s, people wouldn't even have batted a fucking eyelash. Just like Eminem, when Eminem first popped, he's talking murder, wife, fucking fuck fags and all this shit. He can't do that shit now. If Eminem came out now, are you kidding me? He would be nothing. He would be an underground rapper. You wouldn't even know who he was. So I think it's the times that are also different.